Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Praitaq Feeds the Beast. So we got a bit of a HodgePodge episode here. We kind of going over the starts of a few more things. We're going to finish up making the redstone energy conduits that we started in last episode. I've got all the materials we need to do that, and that's this stuff here. We're going to be making a blast furnace. We're going to go ahead and make a coal coke furnace. Make a rolling machine. I'm going to show you how to make these barrels that I've got right here. We're going to get a saw. As you tell, I mean, it's just going to be a whole hodgepodge, and we're going to be going through a couple of different mods. So I apologize ahead of time if this episode's a little bit scatterbrained. So I guess first things first is let's gather what we need to finish up those redstone energy conduits. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to our our magma crucible. And you notice that I've got nothing in here right now. So we're going to go ahead and put redstone in the magma crucible. It's going to go ahead and melt it, and it should start putting it over here. Yep. At least it should be. Why, there it goes. Okay. So while that fills up, we're going to go ahead and craft our empty energy conduits, and to do that we just need electrum ingots, and go ahead and put those there. The hardened glass in the center, you notice we get 4, so I'll just shift click those, and bang, we got 2 sets of energy conduits. And you notice it say empty there. That's because we have to fill them with molten redstone, which is what is going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and put these, if I remember right, we put them here, yep, and it's just going to go ahead and start filling. I think it's 50 per, yep. And how are we doing on power? We need power, so I'm pretty sure I've got some lava in these. Yeah, let's turn both of these on. Max, ooh, that takes 20 at a max, that's right. And this is max of 4. I'm going to go ahead and turn all these on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you notice we're out of redstone right now. I'm going to go ahead and grab another little bit. Fortunately, this does take a bit of redstone. So, alright. Now, while that runs, I'll just keep this in our inventory for right now. I guess I can just put that in there. So, alright. We'll go ahead and come over here. Let's show you how to make these barrels real quick. So you just need any type of wood logs, and they go in a U shape, and then just a slab at the top, and it makes a barrel. Each one of these barrels, I don't remember if I covered it or not, can hold 64 stacks of an item, and there's actually a way that you can upgrade it to hold 1024 stacks of an item, and I'll cover that in a future episode. Okay, let's come back over here real quick, see how this stuff's doing. It's rocking away. It's obviously going to take some time here, so we'll just let it go. So the next thing I want to make is I want to go ahead and craft up some more. Oh, actually I haven't made any yet, but I want to make a couple of electric furnaces over here. That way we can just use EU directly, because I've got plenty of it, to cook our stuff off, and I don't have to use these engines anymore, or at least for the time being. Because while I like the magmatic engines, it's still a bit of a pain. And I really want to get to using all electrical. And then, because I have to, well, we'll see. So, alright, yeah, this is doing its thing. And you notice that as this fills, the power usage goes up. And once this reaches its max, it'll burn through this real quick. So, anyway, let's come back over here. So the first thing we want to go ahead and do is make more of the cables. And just like last time, copper in the center, rubber around the outside, we get our copper cables. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is we're going to go ahead and make some more electrum real quick. And that's just, if I remember right, yeah. Just like so, 2 tiny piles of silver, 2 tiny piles of gold dust. We get electrum dust, which is awesome sauce. I'm going to go ahead and cook this off while we wait. Where is it? I know I cooked some, yeah. There we go. So we'll cook that off. Now, do I have any extra electrum lying around? I thought I might, but it looks like I don't. Okay, so while this cooks off, I actually need that for the next part. Let's go ahead and make our iron furnaces. Alright, as you remember, it's just a furnace with 5 iron around the outside. That gives us our iron furnace. Cool. So to make an electric furnace, let's go ahead and bring it up here. Electric furnace. We need an iron furnace, 2 redstone on the outside, and electronic circuits. Alright, now here's why I was waiting on Electrum. Now, if we go ahead, we were to do this using redstone like the original recipe calls for, you'll notice we only get 1 electronic circuit. If we replace the redstone with Electrum, we get 2 for each set, so it's more efficient this way. Go ahead and pop that in there, get our circuits, cool. Iron furnaces, redstone. Oh, I'm short a redstone. Whoopsie. Let's go over here. Piece of redstone. Back. Alright. Bada bang. We got some electric furnaces. Alright. I guess what I'll go ahead and do is we'll just place them like so. And we'll just take some of the copper cable we made earlier. Just put it right behind it. 2, 3, and 4. Alright. Cool, we got that taken care of. Let's go back over here and check on everything. It's getting there. It's just taking its sweet time, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and slap some more redstone in there real quick. I do have to go, as you can tell, to get more redstone. This pick's going to help, though, because what I can do is we can bring back just the redstone ores themselves, put it into either a macerator, and I believe the pulverizer works the same way. And instead of getting, like 3 or 4, we should get, I think it's like 15. Let's see here. What am I doing? Just come over here. Let's go to the recipes. Oh, there's 100 something pages. Okay, it's 8. My apologies. So we get 8 out of it. So obviously, I mean, that's the best way to do it. And it's the same thing with lapis. So we will definitely be doing that as time goes on. So, yep, much better. All right, so we got that, and that. Go ahead and make some more electronic circuits real quick. All right. There we go. Okay. What else? Just dump all this stuff up in here real quick. Okay. Yes. This is the next thing I want to make. So continuing along with a lot of the thermal expansion machines, you'll probably notice that a lot of recipes, if you've played this before, you'll notice a lot of recipes do call for obsidian, and obsidian's used in a lot of different ways. And as we all know, even with like an efficiency pick, it's a pain in the butt getting obsidian. Well, there's actually a really easy way to do it. So let's dump that. First thing we need to make is a pneumatic servo. So we'll get that first. And that was just 2 glass, iron, and then redstone in the center. Put the pneumatic servo here, machine frame in the center, 2 tin ingots on either side of the pneumatic servo, glass on either side of the machine frame, and a piston at the top. And we're going to make an igneous extruder. Okay. Let's see, where's the best place? I'm just going to dump it right up here. So you'll notice we've got cobblestone, stone, and obsidian. What this machine actually will allow us to do is make one of these, any one of these. Cobblestone just requires, it requires water on one side, lava on the other. We should be able to manually fill it, or you can pump it in, and then it'll fill these tanks, and then the stuff will actually combine here in the center to make whatever we're looking for. Yeah, still waiting on that. It's taking its sweet time, as you can tell. How is it filling? I bet it's... What's taking all the power? Oh, they all died. Oops. I'll have to get more lava. Actually, I guess this machine does not require power. Cool. So let's go get a bucket of lava. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Let's actually get a couple of buckets of lava. Yeah, we'll just grab 6 buckets, and then we can go ahead and get water. So let's see here. I believe we can just manually put a bucket in. And it should go to one side or the other, yeah. Can we do 4 buckets at a time? Alright. Now water goes to the other side, perfect. And there you go, you notice as soon as I put that bucket of water in, bang, look at that obsidian. We don't gotta mine it, we can just pick it up, it's awesome. And like I said, we can just go ahead and pump water and everything in there. So I just wanted to test it out, and we'll set up an automated setup for that here, right over by our tanks. Let's head back over here. And I actually need to make a little bit more obsidian. So let's turn this to high, and we'll go ahead and fill this tank. Same thing with this one. Go ahead and turn it back on. We'll let it run, because I need 5 obsidian right now for our next step. So we'll just let that run. Of course, we've run out of power. That's not bad though. We got 60 of these energy conduits. It's like watching grass grow, but bada bing, look at that. Alright, so these energy conduits are awesome. These are going to replace all of this stuff here. So let's take this stuff out. Okay, so alright. 2, 3, 4. Awesome sauce. Okay. I really got to gain some more levels and repair my other pick, so I'm not using my Silk Touch pick. Alright, so I do need a wrench. I believe I can use this wrench on it. Let's find out. Yes, okay. So you'll notice at the end here, it's got this little blue line. It looks like an arrow pointing up. That's the input only. For these engines, we want to actually hit it with a wrench and switch it to orange, which means they're going to output into this cable. Now, I did some testing, and I might bring up my test world just to kind of show you guys. But this cable itself is actually incredibly energy efficient in terms of energy transmitted over distance, as opposed to the Buildcraft energy pipes. So what I may end up doing here is moving all of my magmatic engines over here. And then we'll have like one big just engine room real quick, and then take the redstone energy conduits, we'll run it through here, we'll attach it to all of this machinery, same thing over here, we'll attach it to the machinery over here, and then we'll bring it into our temporary workshop here as well to power all this. Or maybe we'll just temporarily move it, all the thermal expansion machines over to here. But we'll leave that to be decided. Or maybe we'll just find a new place and expand our base. So, since last episode, I've actually done a lot of exploration. You can probably tell by all the extra markers that are like way far out. If you'll notice, one is labeled End Portal. I was able to actually find that. I was looking for silverwood trees, which you can see I found. And I was just kind of looking for a place where we might want to set up shop. And I was thinking, you know, near the end portal would probably be a good spot. And like near an end portal, I mean. And I actually found an end portal that actually has a ravine that cuts like right by it. So I was thinking that might be nice. And we'll probably go check that out here in a future episode. I'm still collecting. I need ender pearls. Like I said, I just happened to find it on accident. I wasn't even looking for one, which is cool because then I didn't waste ender pearls on it because it needs all of them. So we need 5 more ender pearls that we'll just have to turn into eyes of ender so we can get down there. But again, that's not going to be for a while because I want to make sure we're well equipped to go kill that dragon. But once we have that and we go and kill the dragon and we've got our portal set up, what we can then do is get a Enderman farm going, so we can get all the Enderman eyes we want, and then we can build things like, excuse me, world anchors and ender chests and all that nifty stuff. But yeah, like I said, that's future episode, and I digress. So anyway, we got this. This has been converted. All right, let's come over here. And kind of going along with the whole Enderman thing and all of that, we're going to be building. What's the name of the mod? The Soul Forge, not the Soul Forge, the Soul Shards mod. Allows us to build soul shards, which we can then use to build basically our own mob spawners. And the cool thing about this mod is, you know, you build these soul shards, which basically capture, quote unquote, the souls of your enemies. And so that, like, you know, you're holding a shard in your inventory, and the first thing you kill, it locks onto it. So say I've got one in my inventory and I kill a skeleton. Well, that soul shard is now locked to skeletons. And the soul shard itself has 5 tiers that it can go through. And tier 1 is 64 kills. And then once you put that into a soul cage, I believe it's called, it basically creates a monster spawner that'll spawn 2 at a time, 20 seconds apart. So it's kind of slow. Now, increasing through the tiers, tier 2 is 128 kills. Tier 3 is 256 kills, Tier 4 is 512 kills, and Tier 5, which is really awesome, is 1,024 kills. You know, so you notice that the stepping up is incredibly difficult. Sometimes you could say, but the thing is like right now, you know, we can't bring a a blaze spawner, say, to the overworld. However, with this mod, we can actually kill a whole bunch of blazes and then build a blaze spawner in the overworld and have a blaze farm. You can do this with just about any type of mob. Now the thing is, the first 3 tiers only allow, you know, you to spawn a mob if it could be a spawner, and it has to be in its own world. So like blaze spawners would still have to be in the nether, and anything else would have to be in the overworld, vice versa, etc. Now the cool thing is, once you reach tier 4, which is 512 kills, well actually tier 3, we'll start there real quick. Tier 3, the mobs will actually spawn whether the player's near it or not, which is awesome for like automated farms. Tier 4 is where we want to get to at the least, because that'll actually allow me to kill 512 creepers. Because here's a big one, because you know, once you get into Greg Tech, you need to build industrial TNT, and to do that we need gunpowder. Well, to do that, we can kill a whole bunch of creepers, which, I mean, come on, we love killing creepers here. And then we can make a creeper spawner. And this thing will actually spawn 4 mobs at a time, 5 seconds apart. So you figure every minute you get 80 mobs. That could rack up a fair amount of TNT. Tier 5 is even better because it's 6 mobs 2 seconds apart. So you figure you get 180 mobs every minute. That's pretty awesome. And same thing, it's whether you're there or not. Now the tier 5, the main difference is it ignores light levels, and you can turn it on and off with redstone. But anyway, let's come over here. So the first thing we want to build is some of these soul cages, and it's just iron bars. And we'll get a couple of these because we're going to end up building a few of these. So to make excuse me, to make the soul shards, we need to build a soul forge. And to make a soul forge, we need, I believe it's called a corrupted essence. Looking here, yes, a corrupted essence. So to make a corrupted essence, we need vile dust. And to make vile dust, you just put excuse me, soul sand into a furnace and burn it. Alright, and then we need to combine that with glowstone dust to make corrupted essences. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of that. Cool. So I need I know I got some around here. So I need one more smooth stone. So our next task is we need to build a soul forge. To do that, it's just 3 stone across the top, obsidian in a U, and a corrupted essence in the center. Bang, soul forge. All right. I think we're just gonna dump it here. All right. Now, next thing we need, if I remember right, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to look up the recipe. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. It was a diamond in the top, and then 8 corrupted essences below. Oh wow, it actually makes 3 soul shards. Okay. So make a part of that out. So anyway, let's just take. We only want that. We're gonna put our corrupted essences in the bottom. I misunderstood the wiki when I was reading this. Now this is, from what I know, it takes a long time. So we're just going to go ahead and let it cook. And we're going to end up getting 6 soul shards out of that. So that means we'll eventually be able to do 6 sets of mobs. And you can see here the different tiers. But anyway, so basically what I'm going to end up doing is blazes. We're going to do... I want to try and do it with... wither skeletons if we can, because that would be really cool. Obviously it would take a while, but you know, if we can make a spawner for wither skeletons, awesome sauce. You know, without having to build like an elaborate contraption around a nether fortress, that would be awesome. We're gonna do. I want to do at least 1 creeper spawner. We'll see how fast it is. I mean, 180 per minute is pretty fast. So, especially with the fact that it ignores light level, and you can turn it on and off with redstone. And what we could actually do is make it so it would just continue spawning. We put like a world anchor there, and it'll just continue doing it, and we'll have like an automated killing system. And then once, like, say our inventories fill up, we could have it shut the whole system off, so we're not just spewing. Wow, brain fart. So we're not just spewing gunpowder all over the place. And maybe we could even do something where, like, you know, it collects the gunpowder and then we just automatically process it right into industrial TNT. So, but we'll see. Where else are we at? So we covered making the energy conduit. You can see here how this was all set up. We've got our soul forge going. Showed you how to make barrels. We made our furnaces. Oh yes, that's the other stuff. Okay. Let's take this. Put these soul cages up here. Actually, let's just dump all this. So I guess right here, the last thing we're pretty much going to do in this episode, we're going to go ahead and make our, excuse me, we'll make our coal coke furnace and our blast furnace. Now the coal coke furnace is used primarily to gather creosote oil, which is used in all of the railcraft stuff to make any type of rail. And to get coal coke, which can be used just like coal, but it burns for twice as long, so you use half as much fuel. But mainly it's for, excuse me, getting creosote oil. So to do that, we need to make coke brick first, which is just sand in the X, and then in the cross it's brick. So we get coke oven brick. Get a bunch of that. Now that I think about it, 16 is not going to be enough. Right. Yeah. 32 will be. I think I got enough brick lying around here. Alright. Because it's actually 20, 99, 18, and 8. Yeah, 26 bricks. Yeah, we're going to have enough. Oh, I did that backwards. Whoops. Like, something's not right here. Alright. So let's do that, that, and that. Move this down here, here. There we go. Cool. All right, so we got that. Next, we need to make magma creams. So we'll get 16 of those. And we'll go ahead and make our blast furnace brick. Did I get the? I got these backwards, I think. There we go. Okay. So we got those. So let's go over here. I've already hollowed out the area to make these. So to make our blast furnace, whoops, I did not dig that back far enough. So just digging this out here. Don't really care about quartz crystals. Okay, so it's a 3x3. It's going to be 4 tall. And then the 2 center spaces are going to be hollow. So it's a 3x3 at the top, 3x3 at the bottom, and then surrounding walls. Put that last brick into place. We got our blast furnace. And here, whoops. Yeah, I didn't dig these back far enough. I thought I did. Whoops. Oh, that's what it was. Originally, I was going to bring them all the way out here to flush with the chest, but then I decided to put the potion stands there. The coke oven brick, or the coke brick oven, is the same thing. It's just a 3x3, except it just has a 1x1 in the center that's open. So bada bing. There we go. Coke oven. So to use these, it's actually real simple. Where did I put that stuff? Iron and coal. So first things first is we need to make coal coke. So all we do is we put coal in here. It'll eventually turn into coal coke. This is about the only other reason I make coal coke. I forget the exact other values, but when you're using a blast furnace, if you have a stack of coal coke, it'll make a stack of steel using a stack of iron. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio on these. Plus, coal into coke is one of the best producers of creosote oil as well. So those two are pretty symbiotic. I think I've covered basically everything I want to right now. I'm going to go ahead and check the length of the episode, and if we've got some more time, I don't know, maybe we'll do some exploring, or we'll flesh this area out a bit here. Alright, see you shortly. Alright folks, actually, yeah, we're right about the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I think in the next episode, we may go ahead and venture out that way and start looking at building us a permanent base. I mean, this temporary shelter is doing us pretty well, but I want to start getting into building like animal farms and like our real infrastructure, like an automated storage system using red power and sorting machines and all of that fun stuff, and maybe some type of transport network. And I'm not going to be doing that here. So until next time, I thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. Whoops. I did forget to show you one more thing that I wanted to make, and that's actually going to be a rolling machine. Alright. And that's real simple. It's just a crafting table, pistons, and then iron ingots in the corners, and that's going to make a rolling machine. This is going to be another one of those kind of prerequisite machines that we need to make a lot of the other stuff we want to make. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of slap that in place here. Bada bing. Basically, you just put whatever you're going to roll here, and it makes it. We need this to make things like the advanced alloy ingots, steel plates, and various other things for some of the more advanced machinery we're going to make later on down the road. So anyway, again, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great night.